All right. That's why we're continuing to labor and keep the faith. We're fighting that good fight of faith. All right, because we don't want to get, speaking for all the brothers, man, we don't want to get caught up in any of this that's coming to America. It's going to be wrath. All right, it's unprecedented. Keep going.
And the heart of the inhabitants shall be changed and turned into another meaning.
Right, and you're gonna see a whole. It's gonna be a complete 180 here real soon, man. You see all this mirth and joy out here, all this carefree attitude. That's gonna be changed, man. Because what does the word heart mean? Going back to the Hebrew word lab, which means your mind. The mind of these people, the mindset is gonna change out here, man. All this folly, that's just gonna be a thing of the past, man. And it could be before the end of the year. The way things are going. Because why? Because the Most High speeding this thing up for the elect's sake. And you got Esau telling you, yeah, you know what? Yeah, there's actually a decrease in that. You know? Keep going.
For evil shall be put out,
Yep.
and deceit shall be quenched.
Right, and evil's the so-called white man who is the chief person who brings evil. He's gonna be put out, man. Evil and deceit. This matter of fact, can you get that in I think it's 2nd Ezra, the 10th chapter, where it talks about you have dwelled on the world, about the eagle who dwelled on the with much deceit. 2nd 11 and 40. Actually, start at 38.
Come. 2nd Ezra 11 and 38. Hear thou, I will talk with thee, and the highest shall say unto thee, Are not thou it that remainest of the four beasts?
Right, now the four beasts, let's go back into the book of Daniel, the 7th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. The first beast was the Babylonian, Assyrian kingdom. Then you had the Medo-Persian Empire. Then you had the Greek Empire, and then you have the Romans. Though it says, which the Romans was the fourth, and it says, "Aren't thou that remaineth of the fourth beast?" Because this is just the extension of the Roman Empire. All right. Keep going.
Whom I made to reign in my world, that the end of their times might come through them.
Ooh, that the end of their times might come through them. So through the remaining of the fourth beast, which means what? This is the end. Oh, finish that and get 2nd Ezra 6 and 7.
Okay, come.
Yep.
And it says, And the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were past, and had power over the world with great fearfulness.
That's America, man, with great fearfulness, dropping bombs to Hiroshima and Nagasaki, having your military bases in over 100 countries, all right, enslaving the people through your economic policies, making them peons. Keep going.
And had power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass of the earth.
The whole compass of the earth. That's how you know this is talking about America, because no other nation had control over the whole compass of the earth. It's undeniable that America has that power. You got guys like Noam Chomsky and these so-called Jews. They make all types of books about it, man. Like Hegemony or Survival. You know? About how America has control over the whole compass of the earth. That's how you know this is talking about Babylon the Great, alright? Which, and how do you know that this is an extension of the Roman Empire? Just look at the architecture. Look at the political system. Matter of fact, get that in Maccabees. About the political system. Finish that, and then we're going to get the political system. Keep going.
And over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression.
Right.
And so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit.
Right. And so far dwelt he on the earth with deceit. Now go back to that, and go back to 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, and read that again about the deceit.
2nd Ezra 6 and 27. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched.
Right. And deceit's going to be quenched when this place gets hit with a missile, alright? When the fourth beast, which has dwelled on has ruled the compass of the earth with deceit, when that gets put out, right through these missiles. Alright, now get that in what I call for?
Maccabees.
Yeah, First Maccabees, the 8th chapter, I believe it is 8, and start at the top and then read the 4th verse.
First Maccabees 8:1. Now Judas had heard of the fame of the Romans, that they were mighty and valiant men, and such as would lovingly accept all that joined themselves unto them, and made a league of amity with all that came unto them.
Right. Now, jump to 14. Now, Isn't that what America does? After they conquer somebody, they make a peace treaty with them. Mm-hmm. You know, they put them under subjection. They'll help them out. They'll help them out against other people trying to invade them.
Yep. Like they did with Texas, the Republic of Texas.
Mm-hmm.
They called it the annexation of Texas.
Mm-hmm.
First Maccabees 8:14. Yet for all this, none of them wore a crown, or was clothed in purple to be magnified thereby. Moreover, how they had made for themselves a senate house.
Wait a second. Does not America have a senate house right now? Is this not talking about what the first verse says? It's talking about the Romans. Mm-hmm. So the senate house, in which that's well known, is and it's the beautiful thing is documented in the scriptures. You had the same thing back then, which you have now, a senate house. Go on.
Moreover, how they had made for themselves a senate house, wherein 320 men sat and counseled daily, consulting always for the people, to the end they might be well ordered.
Right, and now with them here today, there's 100 senators, because I believe there's 2 from each state. There's 2 from each state, but then you also have what? The House of Representatives. Like California has the 52. Other countries, states have like 35. So altogether, I don't know how much it adds up to, but it's all dependent on how many constituents each rep is representing, and it goes generally according to the population. All right, that's why California, which is the most populous state, it has the most representatives. Mm-hmm. Because for a certain area, you know, right here in San Jose is Zoe Lofgren, so she represents a certain amount of constituents. So they say, which is roughly might be 150,000 to 200,000 people, possibly more. Mm-hmm. All right, so it all depends. All right, but that all together with them 100 senators and the representatives, that's even more than this 350 people.
Yep. That's why they build all the government buildings with Roman columns.
Right.
And with the dome on the top of it.
Yep.
It's all Roman architecture.
Exactly. Excuse me, 320 men, it says. All right, keep going.
And that they committed their government to one man every year, who ruled over all their country, and that all were obedient to that one, and that there was neither envy nor emulation against them. Right,
which back then was known as the Caesar, which now is the president. Same thing, just every 4 years. So that's how we know that. That's how we know that this is just an extension of the 4th beast. Now, can you go back to 2nd Ezra, that 11th chapter, and read that about that the end might come through the end of the world might come through you.
This is 2nd Ezra 11:39. Are not thou it that remainest of the four beasts?
America. Okay. Keep on.
Whom I made to reign in my world, that the end of their times might come through them.
At the end of their times. Now go to 2nd Ezra 6 and 7. So this 4th beast is going to be the end of the times, right? That's what it said. Now, this also documents who the end of the world comes through. Mm-hmm. See, that's why this thing is precept upon precept. Because people want to say, oh, how do you know that the white man's this and that, and he's the devil and he's the wicked and he's the end of the world? It's plain, man. But that's why it says, as his ways are plain unto the holy, so are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked. If you can't get it, it's because you're a part of the 2/3. If you're a so-called black, Hispanic, or Native American. And if you're an Edomite, man, you're just a so-called white person. You're not going to understand anything, man. Mm-hmm. You'll understand when we got a chain around your neck, all right? All right, second Ezra 6 or 7.
2 Ezra 6, verse 7. Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth?
Right, the parting asunder of the times, and that's what we're in right now, man. Keep going.
And he said unto me, From Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
Yep.
For Esau is the end of the world.
For Esau is the end of the world. Now Esau, also known as Edom or Idumi, they're the end of the world. The so-called white man's the end of the world. Is not the that proves that we're in the last days right here. Who the hell is Esau? If Esau's the end of the world, now people, everybody knows it's the end of the world.
Yes, yep.
Everybody knows it's the end of the world. So just by that, Esau has to be the so-called white man, because the so-called white man's ruling.
Yep. Esau wasn't exterminated in the Roman Jewish wars.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that cuts that right there. Unless you think we're in the kingdom of heaven right now. Keep going.
For Esau is the end of the world,
right,
and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. And what's going to happen in Jacob's world? Go back to 2 Ezra 6 and read 20. Or stay in 2 Ezra 6 and go to verse 28.
2 Ezra 6 and 28. As for faith, it shall flourish.
Yep.
Corruption shall be overcome.
Yep.
And the truth, which hath been so long without fruit, shall be declared.
Right. And that's what's happening right now. This truth is being declared, and there's nothing you people can do about it. Why? Because it's the end of your world, Esau. And our world, Jacob's world, is on the rise. All right. Because we got this knowledge, now we're just waiting for the kingdom of heaven to physically manifest on earth. All right, and it's pretty much it. Unless you want to hear something else.
No, nothing else.
Okay, Connor. With that, all praises, halal, wa barak Yahweh, ba Hashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to our elders, and honors to all the brothers. Shalom.
Shalom.